Good morning, students. Today we are going to read about Peninsular Plateau. In the previous video also we had discussed Peninsular Plateau is divided into two broad categories. One is Central Highland and second is Deccan Plateau. Now, in the map of India, if we see, here is Narmada River. So you can say Vindhya Range or Narmada River divide the Central Highland from Deccan Plateau. The word Deccan is derived from the word Dakshin. It is in south of India. Central Highland, which is in the central parts of India. Here is the oldest range, that is Aravalli Range. So Central Highland is broader in the western side. It becomes narrower as we move towards east. Aravalli Range marks the western and northwestern boundary of Central Highland. Aravalli Range starts from Delhi and it is still Gujarat. So Aravalli Range is from Delhi to Gujarat, Palampur, Gujarat. Major part of Central Highland is made up of Malwa Plateau. That means Central Highland is divided into parts. Major part is Malwa Plateau, then the eastern part here Bundelkhand, Bagelkhand Plateau, and the further eastward here is Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau is also called the Mineral Museum of India. Most of the minerals are found in this region. So here is Chota Nagpur Plateau. Here Bundelkhand region. This Central Highland is made up of black soil. Black soil is found in Central Highland. Now coming to the Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is the boundaries are asked. So Narmada River is in north, Vindhya Range, Narmada River separated from Central Highland. This side, these mountains here, hills which I have drawn, these are Western Ghats. So Western Ghats mark the western boundary of Deccan Plateau. These are Eastern Ghats. So Eastern Ghat marks the eastern boundary of Deccan Plateau. Now here you can see these Ghats, mountains, hills, Western Ghats are continuous, but Eastern Ghats are not continuous. There are gaps in between. So we can say Eastern Ghats are not continuous, Western Ghats are continuous. Now, next point about Deccan Plateau, the slope of the land is towards east. Now, if we see this part from here, if we cut and see, it appears somewhat like this. These high hills are Western Ghats. These lower hills are Eastern Ghats. Now this broad area is eastern coastal plain, and this narrow region here is western coastal plain, and this region is Deccan Plateau. So the slope is slightly towards this eastern side. So slope is towards east. This slope is justified or proved by all the rivers of this region flowed from west to east. Western Ghats receive heavy rainfall because the direction of monsoon is this, from southwest to northeast. So Western Ghats receive heavy rainfall, and this rainfall is orographic rain. Oro word means mountain. So rainfall associated with mountain. Because these mountains are in the path of rain bearing wind, Western Ghats receive heavy rainfall. And most of the river originate from here and move towards east. Eastern Ghats are not continuous. There are gaps in between. Only two rivers of the peninsula region, this region, flow towards east. These are Narmada and Tapi. These are flowing in the Rift Valley. You have seen the Central Highland and Deccan Plateau. In between, the Narmada river is flowing, and Narmada and Tapi river flow parallel to each other. Clear? The extension of this plateau, which is in northeast, also make three hills: Garo Hills, Khasi, and Jayantia Hills. So Garo, Khasi, and Jayantia Hill are the extension of this plateau. Now the difference between Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. The average elevation of Western Ghats is 900 to 1600 meter, and of Eastern Ghats it is 600 meter only. The highest peak of Western Ghats is Annaimudi, which is 2695 meter. Second is Dodabita, but Eastern Ghats, the highest peak is Mahendragiri, 1501 meter. Western Ghats is also known as Sahyadri Range in Maharashtra, Karnataka. So, and Western Ghats receive orographic rain. Orographic rain means when the wind is when a mountain is there in the path of rain bearing wind, and these clouds are unable to cross and they shed their moisture here. So such rainfall is known as orographic rain. Due to mountain or hill in the path of rain bearing wind, rainfall occurs, and such is orographic rain. And the best example is Bombay. Nowadays also we are reading there is heavy floods in Bombay, heavy rainfall in Bombay. Bombay is situated here, that is in the western coastal plain. So when the winds come, they strike Western Ghats and shed their moisture here. So this part will receive heavy rainfall. The western side of Western Ghat as well as western coastal plain. That's why the vegetation here is also evergreen. Evergreen vegetation, heavy rain, and it is very rich in biodiversity. There is a wide variety of plant life, animal life which is found here. But Eastern Ghat is not having any such feature.